Hi, this is Kandia with Kandia Haynesworth Designs, and I am in the official classroom for the Sew It and Show workshops. So today I am going to do another fabric napkin video, only that this is called express fabric napkins. So this method would be used, let's say, if you were having a party at short notice and you wanted to jazz up your dinner table or your dining room table. This is an easy way to make 4 or even 8 set of napkins very quickly. Let's get started. So the supplies you're going to need is your sewing machine, a marking tool, a pair of scissors, a yardstick, and clips. I don't use pins for this because pins you have to slow down, otherwise you'll get stuck. Clips, you could just take them off and keep on sewing. You're also going to need 2 coordinating fabrics. So for this project, because it's an express project, you want to try to stop for nothing, only when you have to stop. And there will be times that you have to stop, but any time that you can avoid stopping, you want to do so. So the first thing that I recommend is make sure that you have ample thread and ample bobbin. You might even want to have a second bobbin handy, just in case you are making 8, 12, 16, 20 napkins at a time. If you're doing this for a craft show or a Christmas fair, those are coming up. You want to make sure that you have everything you need on the back end so you don't have to stop. Alright, so for this project, making 4 napkins at a time, you're going to need a ½ yard of fabric. Okay, so you're going to have a ½ yard for one print and a ½ yard for the other print. And then you're going to cut that in half. So it's going to look like this. So when you go to the store and you're getting a ½ yard of fabric, it's going to be measured this way. So this is actually a ½ yard, okay? But when you fold it, it looks like this. This is what you're going to be working with. So you want to take both coordinating fabrics, like so, and you just want to cut these 2 fabrics in half. So you would take your scissors and you will cut down that crease. Like so. Okay, so now you just have a block. So you have a ½ yard of a ½ yard. I guess that makes it a ¼ yard, right? Except you still have that length that you want with that ½ yard of fabric. Okay, so you're going to do that to this your first pattern, and then you're going to do the same thing to your second pattern. When you get started, you want to make sure that both of your fabrics are pressed. Now, remember, this is short notice, right? Because we are doing this on an express, so you don't have time to wash and launder like everyone recommends, and even I recommend, because you have people coming over, you want to jazz up your table. Even for a kid's party, this would be really cute. You don't have time to wash and dry and then press your fabric, but you do want to make time to press the fabric because you don't want to sew or present wrinkled fabric to your guests. Okay, so to get started, you want to place your first pattern right side up and then your second pattern right side down. Okay, and then put it in a square. So fold and fold. Okay, and then you want to find that middle point of your fold and you want to mark it with your marker. Just a little bit like so. And then open it up. So now you have your starting point. Okay, so this is going to be your middle point from here to here and from here to here. And that's where you're going to put your yardstick. Okay, so you're going to mark out all the way across like so, and then all the way across like so. So it's going to look like this. Now, get your mini clips ready because we're going to use them to mark your turning points. So you're going to put 2 mini clips here. You're going to rotate the fabric, 2 mini clips here, rotate the fabric, 2 mini clips here. And then for the last one, I'll put 2 mini clips on the last square. Okay? And the mini clips is going to be spaced apart about 2 inches wide. Okay, so then it should look like this. So I have 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. And on the other parts of the fabric, you want to grab your big clips just to kind of hold your fabric in place while you are sewing. So I'm just going to just put them randomly just to hold it. Okay, so this is what it should look like. Remembering that your mini clips is your turning point and your opening point. You are not going to sew in the area where your mini clips have blocked out that area, okay? So we're going to take it to the sewing machine and I'm going to explain to you how we are going to sew all 4 napkins pretty much simultaneously at the same time. So you're going to start here. You're going to sew. You're going to stop right here. Sew, 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 and stop. And then we're going to go to the next box. You're going to start right here. Sew, sew, sew. So you're sewing within the box. And then come to here and stop. Then you're going to go to the next box. Well, we got to start where the mini clips are. So right here, so So this line here is your guiding point. So it's your parameter point, to be quite frank. It tells you where not to go. So if I'm in here, I'm not going to sew over here. I'm just going to stay within that line and just go and sew all within that space there outside of sewing where the mini clips are. Okay, and today we are working with the Brother JX2517, the official sewing machine for the Sew It and Show It workshops. All right, so I'm going to put this on a machine, but I wanted you to see the opening points, the turning points, okay, are marked out with those clips. So that's the first one and that's the second one. So this is the area that I'm not going to sew in. So what I'm going to do is place my presser foot and needle behind the second one. Okay, the second mini clip, just put it down, the presser foot down, the needle in place, and I'm just going to sew within that parameter box that we talked about earlier. I'm going to stop, lift my presser foot up, pivot, remove my first clip, and I'm just going to do this for all 4 boxes. So now that I'm at that line, I'm going to make sure that my needle is down. I'm going to lift my presser foot up, turn, okay, and I'm stitching very closely to this line. Make sure my needle is down, presser foot up, rotate. And now the reason why we don't stitch onto the black line, this is not a stitch line. This is actually just a guideline just to show me where not to sew. However, that black line becomes your cutting guideline later on in the project, towards the finishing end of the project. Alright, so I'm approaching my second mini clip. I'm going to back stitch a little bit. Alright, I'm going to take it off the machine because I want to show you what it's going to look like. Slide this over. And let's see if we can get a closer look of what it looks like. I'm going to remove, and so you can't see it, but I started here, sewed all the way around, here, sewed all the way around, came up here, sewed all the way around, and now sew here, stop, and then that's it. Okay, so now I'm gonna do that to the remaining 3 boxes. Okay, so now all 4 boxes are sewn, and remember the way we did it was, let me just push this up a little bit. I started from here, sewed within the black line all the way around, came back around, and I stopped right here. Okay, and I did that to all 4 boxes. So now this black line is actually going to be my cutting line. So I'm just going to cut on that black line, avoiding cutting my stitches. Okay, I don't want to cut my stitches, because if I do, then I'm going to mess up my napkins. So I'm going to cut only on that black line. And this, I'm just going to cut these 2 napkins out like so. All right, I'm going to turn it around. I could have actually continued, but I'm just doing it this way just for the camera sake, so you can see instantly how one napkin is complete. Don't ask me why I paused like that. I don't even know why I paused, but I just did. Okay, so boom, that's one napkin, and now I just have to turn it inside out. That's all I gotta do, girl. That's all I gotta do. All I gotta do is turn it inside out, and guess what? You will have 4 napkins. And like I said, you can make 4, you can make 8. This is perfect to sell at not yard sales, craft fairs and flea markets. I got 2 napkins. Look at me. I got 2 napkins. And now I'm doing my last line. And guess what? I have 4 napkins right before your eyes. All I have to do is turn these babies right side out, press them, and done. And so I spoke too soon. We are not done. So I have turned them right side out, but remember we have this opening, and because I put my tags on everything, I now still have to insert my tags, then press them, or press them first, then insert my tag, and then we're going to put a top stitch all the way around. I did forget about that, but you do need your top stitch for it to look like a professional, clean, and presentable look. I wanted to show you though how easy that this was. Okay, so this is the last one that I have to turn right side out. And remember, we had put the mini clips here. Okay, so I'm just going to go in there and just literally just turn it out right side out. I'm going to use my finger. Don't even have a poking tool or pencil or anything, but you can use that just to poke out those corners. Okay, so this is very easy. And keep in mind, you can make this whatever size you want. So if you don't want smaller napkins like I have here, then you know what? Get a yard and a half, or get a 3/4 of a yard, a quarter of a, I'm sorry, 3/4 of a yard. It's not quite a yard, but it will give you enough fabric to do larger towels, even if, I mean, why I keep saying towels, napkins, even if you cut them in half. So now all I'm going to do is take this to the pressing board again, iron it, insert my tags, and then put a top stitch all the way around. Okay, so I have top stitched 3 of these and added my tags, and then this is the last one, and I really just wanted to show you how easy this is. So I'm going to add my tag to the opening. Okay, and pretty much this set is going to be sold on my my website, and when I do things like this, I just sell it for dirt cheap. This could dress up a table, so if you have a white tablecloth or a red tablecloth, you can kind of decorate the tables by adding these napkin sets that I sell when I'm just doing things as a demonstration. Or sometimes I keep it in my studio for samples, and sometimes I have my sample sell to my sewing students or my parents of the sewing students, because I really do have a lot of samples. So I'm just going to take this to the sewing machine once again and top stitch all the way around. And so when I put this on the machine, I am not going to start where the clips meet. I'm actually going to turn it around like so, and I'm going to start on this, and I'm going to sew all the way around, and then the ends where the clips are will be the last side that I sew. Okay, so here's the finished project. I just pretty much folded them together and then put a little ribbon. I didn't even tie a bow or anything, just a little simple knot, really. And this would be so cute on even just a white tablecloth, like I said, with the, you know, red dinnerware or dishware or something. It would just really dress your table up and add whimsy and a nice Christmas touch to your table. Oh, well, that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining in on how to make fabric napkins in the express way, my express way. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also come find me on Facebook at KandiaHaynesworth.com, or you can visit my website at KandiaHaynesworth.com. That's all for today. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.